the purpose of for the purpose of representing the data, for the purpose of representing the data, we are taking care about in using data types and variables according to the programming, according to the programming, or according to your program requirement. According to your program requirement, you need to take care about in utilizing the required concepts here. Now, in that we got class and taking with method and taking with object and considering the data types and variables. Okay. In that, if I'm taking with, if I'm considering only data type, if we consider only data type, how many types we got? How many types we got? Two types. If we just consider, if we just consider only data type, we got in it two types. What are the two types we got? Primitive data type. After that, non-primitive data type, or considering the reference data type. The one I will be taking with primitive data type, and another one reference data type, or we can say that non-primitive data type. Again, if I'm taking with this particular primitive data type, how many types I got? How many types I got? 8 types. We got that particular 8 types here. Continued with the same, continued with the same. We need to take care about, variables here. If I'm taking with variables, how many types we got? How many types we got? 3 types. If I'm taking with the variable, we required 3 types here. In that, what is the first one? What is it? Local variable. After that, what is it? Instance variable. After that, what is it? Static variable, or we can consider as class variable. So if I'm taking with that particular variables, we got 3 types of variables considering that local variables, and then instance variables, and then static variables or class variables. In that, if I'm taking with local variables, meaning of local variables, define within a method, and access within a method. Define within a method, and access within a method. Define within a method and access within a method. Okay. In the same way, we got instance variable. Meaning of this instance variable, what is it? Define outside of methods. Define outside of methods, and what is it? Inside of the class. Okay. And then we got static variables or class variables. Okay. Meaning of that, what is it? Using the keyword of static. So the one you are taking care about local variables, instance variables and then taking with static variables. This is what we need to get understand how we can define or what is the syntax to be followed to get work with concept of data types and variables here. So let's understand in a very detail. Further, as usual, we are taking with Eclipse. What is the use of Eclipse? Use of Eclipse. Writing the programs and executing the program. Under Eclipse, what will create? What will create? Project. Under project, package. Under package, class. Under the class, what is it? Writing the code. So we need to take care about and followed with the same step. We are already created with the project according to your comfortable. You can take care about in creating with multiple project. That doesn't make any problem. We mentioned that in one Eclipse, we can create n number of projects. In one Eclipse, we can create n number of projects. In one project, we can create n number of packages. In one project, we can create n number of packages. In one package, we can create n number of classes. In one package, we can create n number of classes. In one class, n number of lines of code. In one particular class, we can take care about in writing n number of lines of code. It's totally based on that program requirement. According to that particular program requirement, need to be get comfortable in understanding what are all that particular required option need to be used. Okay, so for now, taking care about creating with class. If I'm taking with the class name need to start with capital letter. We need to be get provide class name. I'm just providing class name is data type and variable. I provided class name is data type and variable, but giving an error already exists. Not created that. What is it? Space. Whenever you are providing with the class name, we should not be providing any of the space in between. And even if I'm giving with hyphen symbol, if I provide that hyphen symbol also, it will give an error. No, sir, as part of my requirement, it is mandatory to make some differentiate. Then you can utilize rather than that hyphen symbol, you can go with underscore symbol. If you want to make some difference between the two words, rather than taking the space or hyphen symbol, you can utilize that particular underscore symbol. So that we got provided class name created with class. Class has been created. You will go with the same things will follow as class has been created. You need to take care about in writing with main method. You will take care about in writing with main method. You have to take care about, you need to take care about in writing with main method. So that if I'm taking with main method, use of the main method. What is the use of the main method? To start program execution. For writing with the main method, for writing with the main method, it will take care about in starting program execution. Okay, so one it will be taking with the one it will be taking with that particular respective class and then created with main method as usual, taking care about the printf statement. What is a printf statement? System.out.println. You can take care about in printing with the statement. You can take care about in printing with the statement according to your comfortable. According to your comfortable, you can write any of the statement. According to your comfortable, you can take care about in writing any of the statement, but any statement need to provide in double quotes. Any statement you want to print, any statement you want to print, you have to take care about in providing in double quotes. Okay. And after that, we are already created the class. This is considered as class open bracket. This is considered as class close bracket. So in that particular class, we can take care about in writing the methods. What is the use of the method? Mhm. Use of the method. Use of the method to perform action. How many types of methods? Uh-huh. How many types? Two types. What are those? Predefined, user defined. Meaning of predefined? Defined by the language. Meaning of user defined? Defined by the user here. Okay. So according to our requirement, if I'm taking the method, where we need to create methods? Where we need to create methods? Where we need to create inside of the class. Always methods need to be provided. Methods need to be provided in inside of the class. We cannot provide method name. We cannot provide methods in outside of the class. Always we need to be get creating inside of the class. Further, we are taking with method name which I will be taking with method name. Taking with public, providing what? Method name need to start with? Method name need to start with small letter. Class name need to start with capital letter. And method name need to start with small letter. Okay. See that taking care about that particular M1 and then printing with the statement. I'll go with the same thing to have easy understanding. I'm just mentioning that M1 executed. Okay. So we got taking care about writing with the method. Take care about in writing multiple methods. It is giving an error. Why it is giving an error? What is it? Same method name. It is giving an error. It is giving an error because of same method. Because of same method. Thus I will be taking with M2 executed. Thus I will be taking with M3 executed. So we got created with the class and we got created with the methods. Let's take care about in executing. If I'm executing this program, what is the first statement it will print? First statement, main method executed. Second statement, second statement, M1. What is the first statement it will print? Main method executed. Second statement. What is the second statement? There is no second statement. It will not be printing. It will not be printing the second statement. It is just printing the statement of main method executed. Why it is not printing second statement? What is it? We are not calling, we are not accessing according to the Java programming. According to the Java programming, if we want to access a method, if we want to access a method, how we can access a method? How we can access a method? By using object. Whenever you want to get access with the method, it's mandatory. We need to create object. To create object, what is the syntax to be followed? Class name, object name equal to new class name. We need to follow the respective syntax here. So according to the syntax, we got the class name, data type and variables. Okay. Providing the class name. After that, what is it? Object name. Object name need to start with small letter. Object name should be object name should be anything. You can write any name. You can write your name also. Any name you can write. Doesn't make any problem. For now, I'm taking object name is M equal to taking with new class name. So in this program, meaning of M, in this program, meaning of the M, in this program, meaning of the M. M is an object. Use of object. What is it? To access methods. Use of that particular object. We need to take care about in accessing with methods. We need to take care about. We need to take care about in accessing with that particular respective method. So now we are taking with M and then accessing the method, giving with the dot. We are able to access list of the methods here. So in that we are taking with M1 and then taking with M dot. We are taking with M2. You can access in any order according to your requirement. According to your requirement, you can access in any order according to your requirement. According to your requirement, you can get access in any order. It doesn't make any problem. According to your comfortable, you need to call the methods. Your program will not execute in which order you written. Your program is not executing in which order you written. Your program will execute based on your program will be executing. Your program is executing based on you are calling the methods. Now we can see if I run this program, what is the first statement it will print? What is the first statement? First statement, main method or M1 executed? Main method or M1 executed? Why main method? Both, huh? What is the first statement it will print? First A statement print avutundi. Is that main method or is that M1? What is it? Main method. Why main method? Why first it will print main method? Why not M1? Always your execution need to start from Panjagutta, na? Not Panjagutta, not LB Nagar. Your execution need to be start from Execution need to start from main method. Always your execution will start from main method. Because of that, first it will print the statement. It will enter into the main method. It will look into the lines of statement. You return that statement. It will execute. Then it will come to that all that particular required objects here. So because of that, it will take care about in printing that main method executed. After that, M1 executed and taking with M2 executed and then taking care about M3 executed. This is what you need to be get take care about. This is what you need to be get take care about in understanding the very basic concepts, and the very most important concept while working with Java programming. In simple, considering the class and then method and then object. If I'm taking the class, what is the use of the class? What is the use of the class? To write the program. What is the use of the method? Use of the method to perform action. Use of the object. Use of the object to access the methods. So please take care about these three concepts. Never forget these three concepts. If you forget these three concepts, if you forget these three concepts, Java also forget. In case of Java got forget, Selenium also forget. Selenium got forget. Job also forget. Job has been forget. So in case of job has been forget, you have to forget about salary here. If salary got forget, need to be forget about marriage here. So very clear on that here. So please take care about these three concepts here. The very most important. Along with these three, now always we will go these three concepts. By taking with these three, addition to that, you will come up with in implementing with all other futures here. Now, how to take care about concept of data types and variables. For that, I can't go with data types and variable without creating the class. Anything I want to perform, these three will be the main thing. Okay. Now, come to the concept of data types and variable. What is the use of data types and variables? Use of data types and variables. Representing the data, nothing but defining the data. You have to take care about, you need to take care about in defining the data. Let's see that. Further, as usual, I was taking care about M1. What is the meaning of M1 here? In this program, meaning of M1, method name. This is method open bracket. Which method? Which method? M1. Okay. I'm taking inside of the method. Inside of the method, I'm providing data type, and taking with variable and then equal to. Meaning of equal to? Meaning of equal to? Assigning, assignment operator, assignment operator. Is that A is assigning to 20 or 20 is assigning to A? A is assigning to 20 or 20 is assigning to A? 20 is assigning to A. There is no chance. There is no chance of A is assigning to 20. So this is, we consider data type. What do you consider? Data type. And A is considered as variable and 20 is considered as variable value. So what is the use of data types and variables? Yeah. Use of data types and variables. Represent the data. 2. Represent the data. Data types and variables. Taking care about representing with the data. We need to take care about representing the data. Nothing but defining the data. Okay. Now, see our understanding. We got equal symbol. Meaning of equal symbol? Meaning of equal symbol. Assigning. See the understanding. See the understanding. We assigned data of 20. We are assigned data of 20 to the variable of A. By that, whenever I'm calling or whenever I'm accessing the variable of A, what is output you will get? What is output you have to get? 20. Because first I have been already assigned. First I have been already assigned it. Nothing but indirectly we store that value. That value of 20 we have been stored. Nothing but we saved in the variable of A. Because of that, whenever I'm calling that variable or accessing the variable, we need to be get the value of 20. So now you can see here, I'm taking care about calling that variable of A. So I'm trying to print the variable of A. Now in the output, what it has to print? What it has to print? 20. But here, I have not provided double quotes. Why we have not provided double quotes? Till now, previously we mentioned that any statement you want to print it, any statement you want to print it, you have to provide in double quotes. But here I'm taking the same printf statement. I'm taking the same printf statement, but I'm not giving the double quotes here. The reason, assume that in case if I'm printing 10 directly, if I'm printing that particular 20 directly, then I need to take in the double quotes. But now what I'm doing is the data, the value I'm assigning to variable, and then I'm calling that variable as A. In simple, guys, in simple, just understand it according to the Java programming. Whenever you are calling the variable or printing the variable, whenever you are calling the variable or printing the variable, we doesn't require any double quotes here. That is what making the difference. Here you are directly printing the statement, but here you are calling the variable and then printing the statement. Okay, done. Next, I'm taking M2. Meaning of M2? Meaning of M2? Method name. What is this? Which method? M2. Open bracket. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying the same. I'm calling the same variable of A. Now see the understanding. Refer line number 8. Line number 8. Any error in the line number 8? In the line number 8, any error? No, in the line number 8. In the line number 8, is there any error you are seeing here? No. See the line number 12, any error you got? In the line number 12, any error you got? Why you got an error? Same variable. Okay. I'm calling it, right? I'm not defining there. I'm calling the variable. So I have been already defined the data to the variable. That variable, whenever I required, I can call it. So I'm just calling that variable, but it is giving an error. Why it is giving an error? Duplicator. You guys are having your name? Having or not, guys? Your name is there or not? Remembered or forgot? Ah, yeah. Your name is remembered or forgot? Remembered, right? Yes or no, guys? Okay. You guys has been remembered your name. As you remember your name, your best friends are there. One friend or multiple friends? Only one friend, huh? Multiple friends are there. Now that multiple friends are there. Now assume that you have 5 friends are there. How many friends? 5 friends are there. That 5 friends, they have to call you whenever they are calling. The 5 friends, is that they will call you with the same name or 5 friends, 5 names they will call? 5 names, huh? Yeah. You have 5 best friends or there. 5 best friends will be calling you with the same name or different name. Uh-huh. Same or different? Same name, right? That 5 friends are there. The 5 friends are calling with the same name only. So then you will be accessible with the same name with the different friends here. I'm trying the same here. So I have been provided this particular value. I have been already defined. I'm calling in the M1 method. At the same time, I'm calling in M2 method, but it is giving an error. Why it is giving an error? Method only, right? Oh, yeah. Today is Sunday, sir. Sunday errors will be there, sir. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. See the understanding. See the understanding. What is this? What is it? M1. Meaning of that? What is it? Method name. This is which open bracket? Which open bracket? And this is which method? Which method? M1. This is M1 open bracket, and this is M1 close bracket. That means the variable you define, the variable you have been defined in M1, nothing but within a method. The variable you have been defined is within a method. If I'm taking the variable, what you have been defined is within a method only. Because of you define that method, you define that variable within a method, you can consider that what will consider? What will consider? Local variable. You have been defined within a method which you can consider that local variable. You can consider that local variable. Now see that. Meaning of local variables? Meaning of local variables? Defining within a method and accessing within a method. In that method only you can access. You cannot access outside of the method. You cannot access outside of the method. So that is what exactly the meaning of local variable. So assume that when you're doing the programming according to a requirement, you are defining some data. That particular data, you have to make sure that need to be applicable for that method only. It should not be applicable for another method. The data should not be accessible in outside of the method. Then you are making as a local. In simple, you are considering that the meaning of local variable. Meaning of local variable? Defining within a method and accessing within a method. So that kind of variable, you can consider that local variable. Okay, so because of that, as that A, you can consider that local variable. So local variable cannot be accessible outside of the method. So that is the reason it is giving an error. In simple, the best understanding, you guys may apply for MSN counseling or bank exam, government exam. Applied or not, guys? When you fill the form, you will get an option local, non-local. Yes, sir. No, sir, guys. You will get an option of local, non-local. So the meaning of that option of local? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That local, sir. Non-local? Non-local. Uh, so the meaning of local, you have been belongs to that particular area or that particular state. When you take that particular local means you have been belongs to that particular area, not like outside of that state or outside of that area. You are considering that non-local. This is also same thing. If I'm taking with the local variable which belongs to that method only, so that particular data belongs to that particular method only, not like outside of that method. So that is what you are taking with local variable. Okay. Next, what is the next one you got? After local variable, next one. What is it? Instance variable. Meaning of instance variable? Mhm. Define outside of all the methods and inside of the class. See the understanding. See the understanding. If I'm taking with instance variable, if I'm taking with instance variable, define outside of the method. Define outside of the method and inside of the class. Now I can say that M1, M2, M3, all these are considered as methods. I'm taking outside of the method and this is considered as class open bracket taking with inside of the class. I'm defining in outside of the method. Define in outside of the method and inside of the class. Define outside of the method and inside of the class. That is what you are considered as. What do you consider? Instance variable. You can consider as instance variable. Okay. Now see the understanding. See the understanding. I'm taking with variable is B. In the M2 method, I'm calling the variable. What is the variable we are calling? What is the variable we are calling? B. So for now, any error in the program? Is there any error in the program? No. So I'm taking with M3. M3 is consider one method, another method. M2 is different method and M3 is different method. M2 is another method. M3 is another method. See the understanding. See the understanding. I'm taking with B. I'm taking with B. Is there any error in the program? Any error in the program? The same thing if I try, the same thing if I try A, giving an error, giving an error. Why it is giving an error? Why it is giving an error? So that variable of A is considered as a local variable because that variable we defined in within a method. The variable of A we defined in within a method. So we can access within that method only, not outside of the method. But if I'm taking the variable of B, is that it is giving any error? It is not giving any error. Why it is not giving error? Why it has been giving an error? The variable you define, the variable you define outside of the method and inside of the class. In a very simple, local variables are accessible. Local variables are accessible within a method. Within a method, instance variable are accessible within a class. Within a class, instance variable are accessible within a class. So that is what you will be taking with, that is what you will be taking with local variables and instance variable. So don't be confused at all. Whenever you guys are referring the Java program, referring that YouTube, whatever it can be, when you refer that program, just see that how the data has been defined. If the data has been defined within a method, you can understand that is local variables. In case of the variable has been defined outside of the method, what will consider? What will consider? Instance variable. Okay. So local variables are accessible within method. Instance variables are accessible within a class. Within a class. In simple, local variables are accessible within a method. Instance variables are accessible within a class, not outside of the class here. So that is what you got: local variables, and you got instance variable. Local variables and instance variable. What is another one? What is another one? Static variable or class variable. Meaning of static variable? Static variable. Using the keyword of static. Either it will define within a method or outside of the method. That part is different. That part we are already got. In simple, we will say, if you define within a method, you can access within that method. If you define within a class, you can access within that class here. When you are taking with the static, the meaning of static variable, or you will be taking with class variable. When you are taking with static variable, or you will be taking with class variable. If I'm taking with static variable, or if I'm taking with class variable, in simple, we can say that using the keyword. What is that keyword? What is that keyword, guys? The keyword is static. The keyword is static. The meaning of static variable using the keyword of static. So whenever you are defining the variable inside of the method or outside of the method, inside of the method or outside of the method, that is the different part. If you want to define static variables, if you want to work with static variables, you have to take care about in using the keyword. What is that keyword? What is that keyword? Static. You need to be good. Use the keyword that you will be taking with static. Okay, done. Now, see the understanding. Whenever you want to define the static variable, we have to use the keyword of static. Whether you want to define inside of the method or outside of the method, that will depends on your program requirement. Okay. Now I'm taking data type as integer, taking the variable employee ID. In a very general, in a very common, you guys has been very well knowing about employee ID. In general, once employee ID is provided, once employee ID created, is that employee ID will be modified? Employee ID assigned, employee ID is created. In general, in common, once employee number or that employee ID has been assigned or created, is it will regularly change the employee IDs? Is it regularly will change? No. In general will not change it. That is what the meaning. That is what the meaning of employee ID. Once employee ID has been defined, it will not be changed it until unless it is mandatory. That means whenever you are doing programming, whenever you are doing the programming, best example, assume that developer is taking care about, just assume that developer is taking care about in developing with banking project. Which project? Banking project. That banking project, he has to define or he need to generate one account number. Account number. So you need to generate that account number. So that once one account number is assigned to that particular customer, is that again that account number will be modified? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? No. Once account number generated, once account number is created, always that account number will be same until unless in case of any extra requirement. That means whenever they are doing the programming as developer, developing that software, developing that code, he has to understand that, okay, this is an account number. I need to make sure that that account number should not be changed. I mean, according to the programming, there is a chance some of the data should be constant. Some of the data should be constant, which should not be changing it. At that particular time, what developer can think about it when he was developing that banking software, that employee ID, that employee ID, that employee ID will be number or string, or account number will be number or string? Number. Always that is a number. So what he will do is the developer will define whenever they are developing the software, when they are writing the code, he will define as a static variable with the data type of int, with the data type of int. Assume that account number for easy understanding. Then he will provide one particular account number. So by that, if the other developers who are working in the team, other developers who are working in the team, they can understand that this data should not be changed for the whole program. I mean, for that particular whole project, that particular account number will be the same, not like required any modification. If it is mandatory, we can modify, but that is what the meaning of static. The general meaning of static, what is the meaning? Can we say that constant? Static, guys. That's static. We can say that constant, right? That is the meaning. So whenever you are doing the programming, according to the programming, if you think about the data should not be changed, that particular data they can define as a static here. So two things you can understand here. Two things you can understand. One is meaning of static variable. Using the keyword of static. One understanding, first understanding, your technical understanding. using the keyword of static. That is what you are considering the static variable. Your second understanding, defining constant data. Defining constant data. That you will be taking care about. That you will take care about static variable. Now, I use the keyword of static. I use the keyword of static. By that, this is considered as static variable. Now, this static variable, did we define it in outside of the method or inside of the method? As part of this program, did we define it in outside of the method or inside of the method? What is it? Outside of the method. No, sir, my requirement inside of the method. You can define it according to your requirement. According to your requirement. According to your requirement, you can take care about in defining it. Okay. Now, let me access this. Let me access this variable. So I'm taking care about in accessing that I will be taking with account number. That I will be taking with account number. Now, I'm just taking care about account number. So according to the requirement, it can be accessible here. So don't be confused at all. As we got defined outside of the method, as we define outside of the method, it is able to giving an access in all the methods here. So this is what you are taking care about. Local variable, instance variable, and static variable. See the whole conclusion now. Meaning of local variables. Defining within a method and accessible within a method. Meaning of instance variable. Defining outside of the method and inside of the class. Meaning of static variable. Using the keyword of static. Okay, let's run the program now. Let's run the program. We'll see that how exactly we are getting that output. Run as, what is the option? Java application. Now, see the output. First, we are calling M1 method. So it is printing that M1 executed. This 20 is considered as which variable? Local variable. This 1, 2, 3, 5. What is it? Static variable. This 30 is considered as, the 30 is considered as instance variable. See here. See the understanding. By seeing this output, are we able to get in a clear picture of which is local variable and which is instance variable? Assume that new person is referring this output. You written the program, you will understand. New person seen this output. When the new person refer this output, by seeing this output, is that the new member can understand what is local variable, what is instance variable here? Is that they can understand? Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Why no? Why no? Yeah. Why no, guys? Because here everything is a number only, right? Is this numbers or not? That local variable you printed as a number, this is also number, instances number, everything number. Says everything as a number. By seeing that as all are numbers only, so that particular new person cannot understand that what is that instance variable or local variable. Because of that, this output will give you some confusion for the new member who are writing the program. That person can understand, but the new member cannot understand that. Because of that, we have to take that output little bit more effective. That output you need to make little bit more effective. Rather than printing only 20, rather than you can print only 20, you can print the statement of local variable 20. By that, the people can understand that what is that local variable. In simple, guys, for your output, you have to make some decoration here. Doing the decoration, we need to take Pond's powder and Fair and Lovely here. Huh? So how we need to apply that Pond's powder here? See that. How we will apply, how we will make the decoration. See that. What is this A? Which variable? Which variable? Local variable. Now I want to print the statement saying that A is, I want to print some statement saying that I want to print the statement A is local variable. Okay. Again giving the error. Sundays are lot of errors, sir. Why it is giving the error? Online students. Is that online students are available or still sleeping? Okay, that means I need to remove double quotes. Okay. Still error. Single quotes need to be done. Then variable. I given that, right? Okay, another print. Okay, I'll write another printf. Then your favorite. I'll write that A is Sunday. Sorry. I'll write that Sunday. Still error. Another name. What is this? Sorry. A is local variable. See that. So that is what exactly what need to be done. What we have to be done is see the understanding. See the understanding. We are calling variable. This is variable. This is a variable. Variable or not? And then this is group of characters. Group of characters. Consider as a string. What is it? What is it? String. Group of characters. Consider as a string. See the understanding. We are calling the variable of A. The variable of A according to the program. In the program, what is the data type of A? What is the data type? What is the data type, guys? Integer. For the A variable, what is that variable? A. What is the data type? Integer. That means this is integer data type. Okay. Now group of characters. Consider us. Right. See that. See the understanding. Data type of A. For A, what is the data type? What is the data type? Integer. Okay. Group of characters. Consider us. Group of characters. Consider us string. Now see the understanding. This is integer and this is string. Integer data type, string data type. Is that both are same? Both are same or not? This is data type only, but this is integer data type and this is string data type. Previously, This is, you're trying to print only variable, only one data type at a time. But now you're taking care about in trying to print two different data types in one printf statement. This is one printf statement. Yes or no? In case if you write two individual printf statement, there is no error. You will not get error. But you are trying to print two statements, two different type of data, two different type of data, trying to print in one printf statement, in one statement, which is not allowed by Java. By default, it is not allowed. Because of that, we need to inform to the Java. We need to inform to the Java to accept, printing two different data type at the same time. For that, you are taking the help of one person. You are taking the help of one option. What is that option? What is that option? What is that option? What is the symbol? Symbol, guys. What is the symbol? Plus symbol. Previously, you got equal symbol. Meaning of equal to assigning. Now we got plus symbol. Meaning of plus symbol. Meaning of plus symbol. Add. See the understanding. The meaning of plus symbol. Addition. But are we doing the addition here? No, we are not doing the addition. We are informing to the Java for giving the access of to print two different data types at the same time. I want to access two different data types at the same time. Consider as concatenation. What is it? Concatenation. This is not like addition. Plus symbol will do addition only. Along with addition, it can take care about in performing concatenation also. Symbol is same. Symbol is plus symbol only. Symbol is plus symbol only, but it can perform multiple activities. It can do multiple behavior. According to the requirement, plus symbol can work as a addition and the plus symbol can work as concatenation. The plus symbol, it can work as a addition and it can work as a concatenation. In our program, plus symbol is working as concatenation. For now, in this program, according to the requirement, the plus symbol working as a concatenation. Symbol is same, but according to the requirement, that behavior will change it. For now, the plus symbol working as a concatenation. So don't be confused about all the things here. Your simple requirement, according to Java, you want to print statement. What is the printf statement you will use? System.out.println. That is very clear. If you want to print any statement, what do you have to do? When you're printing any statement, what do you have to do? System.out.println. Apart from that, you have to provide in double quotes. Yes or no, guys? Any statement you want to print it, you have to take care about in double quotes. According to the requirement, if you want to print two different data type at the same time, the conclusion, if you want to print two different data types at the same time, if you want to print two different data types at the same time, take the help of concatenation. Whenever you want to print two different data types at the same time, you need to take the help of concatenation. Okay. Now I'll go with plus. Now this is Which variable? Static variable. Okay. And after that, this is B is instance variable. Okay. And after that, this is a code number. This is, what is that? Static variable. Now B is, what is this? What is this? Instance variable. Okay. Now I can see that. Just we are making our output more effective. Now we can say, it is clearly mentioned. What it is mentioned? 20 is local variable. This 30 is instance variable. Now, if the new person is looking at our output, are they able to understand what is local variable, what is static variable? Able to understand or not? Yes, that is what we are taking care about in combining that statements here, nothing but concatenation. Not like combining, we are taking care about concatenation. So whenever you want to print two different data types, if you want to print two different data types at the same time, then you can take care about in utilizing this particular respective concept that we will be taking with concatenation. So this is what we are taking care about, the whole concept of taking with data types and variables. So what is the use of data types and variables? Representing the data. If I'm taking data type, how many types we got? Data type, how many types we got? Two types. What are those? Primitive data type, non-primitive data type, or reference data type. If we take variables, how many types we got? Variables, three types. What are those? Local variables, instance variables, static variables. Meaning of local variables? Defining inside of the method and accessing inside of the method. Meaning of instance variable? Define outside of the method and inside of the class. Meaning of static variable? Using the keyword of static. So that is what we need to take care about it. So according to the program requirement, you need to be get comfortable in understanding what are the options need to be used. So if we take with our Java, we got class and we got method and we got object and we got data types and variables. Continued with the same, write the next heading, write with the next heading. Mention the static methods. Mention the static methods. All the online students also. Please write with the new heading. Please write with the new heading. Mention the. Please write with the new heading. Mention the static methods. What is the heading? Static methods. Under that, write some description. Under that, write some description. What is the heading you written? Static methods. Under that, write the description. Write the description. Static methods. Static methods. Static methods can be accessible. Static methods can be accessible using class name. Static methods can be accessible using class name. Using class name. Give the comma symbol. Give the comma symbol and continue the statement. Just provide comma symbol and continue the statement. After comma symbol, write the statement. No need of to create, no need of to create any object. No need of to create any object. No need of to create any object. So let's understand the whole thing here. See the first thing. What is the heading you written? What is the heading you written? Static methods. What is the description you written? Static methods. Static methods can be accessible using class name and no need of to create any object. So what is mean by that? What is mean by that? Let's understand. So let's understand in a very detail what exactly mean by all these things here. Let's get in a clear picture, see the understanding. Now, see the understanding. As simple requirement is need to be get perform, action, need to be get perform action. The requirement is need to be get perform action. How we can perform the action? How you will perform the action? According to the programming, if you want to perform the action, how you can perform the action? By using method. Okay. That method, how many types? How many types? Two types. See the understanding. Requirement need to perform the action. To perform the action, we are taking with method. That method we got in a two types. That method we got in a two types. What are the two types here? What are the two types? Predefined, user defined. See that one you are taking with predefined and another one you are taking with user defined. If I'm taking the methods, we got two types of methods. In that one is predefined and another one user defined. Okay. If I'm taking predefined, if I'm taking with predefined, meaning of predefined, defined by the language. The meaning of predefined, defined by the language. At the same time, meaning of user defined, defined by the user. See the understanding. We got predefined method and we got user defined method. This part perfectly okay. And again, see the concept here. See the concept. Either you are working, predefined methods or user defined methods. Either you are working predefined method or user defined methods. Again you got two types. How many types? Two types. Don't be confused here. First understanding methods. How many types? Two types. What are the two types? Predefined, user defined. Again, both. It can be predefined or it can be user defined. It's divided into two types here. That predefined divided into two types and user defined also divided into two types here. That particular two types that particular two types, we can mention that static methods. What is it? Static methods, and then non-static methods. It can be predefined, it can be user defined. Under predefined, you have static methods and you have non-static. Under user defined, again you have static method, non-static method. Now, the meaning of static methods, the meaning of static methods. See the understanding. Meaning of static method, using the keyword of static, using the keyword of static. So that means how you can confirm, how you can decide, yes, this is static method and this is non-static method. When you refer the program, refer the method, when you return the method, any method, what is the syntax you will follow? Public, void, right. See that. See the understanding. See the understanding. So if I'm taking with this particular predefined, or if you are taking with user defined, whenever you are taking with that particular predefined or user defined, it's divided into two things. What are the two things? Static method, non-static method. Meaning of static method, using the keyword of static. Whenever you are taking the method, first you provided public and you given as void and you provided method name. So here, this is our regular syntax we have been followed. So while following the syntax, while following this particular syntax, in case of, while following this particular syntax, in case of taking with the keyword, in case of if you provided the keyword of static, then that you will consider as, what will consider? Static method. Static method. Now, see the understanding. See the understanding. Static methods. See the understanding. Static methods are accessible by using class name. Static methods are accessible. Static methods are accessible by using class name. By using class name. No need of to create object. No need of to create object. So no need of to create object. See the understanding? See the understanding. If I'm taking with static method, if I'm taking with static methods are accessible by using class name. So we doesn't require to create any object. But see the understanding. Non-static method. Non-static method. If I'm taking with non-static methods or accessible by using, oh yeah, by using object, by using object. Non-static methods are accessible by using object. Now see the whole understanding. see the whole understanding. Requirement is need to be get perform action. To perform the action, what we are using? Method. So that method, how many types? Two types. What are the two types? Predefined, user defined. Again, predefined, how many types? Two types. User defined, how many types? How many types? Two types here. That particular two types. What are the two types? Static method and what is it? Non-static method. That particular two types. It got static method. It got non-static method. Meaning of static methods? Using the keyword of static. Meaning of static method. Meaning of static method. Using the keyword of static. Now, static methods accessible by class name. Non-static methods accessible by object here. So now see the whole concept is whenever you are working the methods, we can work with different type of methods. Predefined, user defined, perfectly okay. But in that we got static methods and non-static methods. If you want to access static methods by using class name. In case of non-static methods access by using object here. So the whole completion, the whole concept, whenever you refer the program, see that is that static method or non-static method. In case of static method, how you will access? By using class name. If it is non-static method, how you will access? By using object. That is what the completion. Here. See this program. Let's go with this particular program. In this program, we got method name. What is this method name? M1, M2, M3. These are the methods we are already created. Now, let me write one more method. I'm taking public static. I'm using the keyword. What is the keyword I'm using? Static. While writing the method, you are using the keyword of static. Okay, see that. Now, I'm just taking care about void and then providing that method name. The static method, open that method and close that method. Method name can be anything. I given st. You can write any method. That doesn't make any problem. But what is the keyword we provided? Static. As we provided the static, this method, what you will consider? This is considered as a static method. I'll take care about in printing some statement. Printing the statement as usual. I'm just printing that static method executed. Now we can see here this this method. What is this method? Static method. And we got M1, M2, M3. Those also methods only. But what are those methods? Yeah. That M1, M2, M3, those are methods. What you can consider? Non-static methods. This M1, M2, M3, you are considered as a non-static method. The method of st, you are considered as static method. So one will be taking with non-static method, another one static method. Now we can see according to our understanding, if I'm taking with non-static, how we can access non-static methods? How you can access non-static methods? Non-static methods, how we will access? Uh, access by using object. Because of that, we created object. To create the object, what is the syntax? Class name, object name equal to new class name. Okay, done. In the same way, you got an option. Taking with static methods. You got static methods. So if I'm taking with static methods, so how we can access static methods? How we can access the static methods? By using class name. So by using the static methods are accessible by using class name. Access by using class name. See the understanding? Let me take the class name. Let me go with our class name. What is the class name we got? Data type and variables. We got the class name, data type and variables. Okay. Now you can see that providing that class name, giving the dot. See the access. Having the main method here. Main method. This is main method or not, guys? Why it is giving the main method? Is there any M1 method? In the list, is there any M1 method? M2 method? M3 method? Why it is not there? Why it is not there, guys? In the list, why it is not provided? Yeah. Those are non-static methods. Non-static methods are accessible by using the object. Don't be confused, guys. If we just look into our program, we created method. What are the methods we created? M1 method we created. M2 method we created, and then M3 method we created. So we created M1, M2, M3. So these M1, M2, M3 are considered as non-static methods. So how we can access non-static methods? By using object. That means whenever I want to access these methods, it's mandatory that I need to create an object. Because of that, we created the object and then we are accessing. In the same way, we got the method name. We provided st method, and we got main method, and we got a variable of account number. See the program. When you refer the main method, what is the syntax you written? Public static. When you writing the main method, what is the keyword you provided? Static. So that means that main method already it is considered as a static method. As you provided the keyword of static, it has been considered as a static method. Because of static method, you doesn't require to create any object. Just you are taking the class name and you are able to access. That is the reason it is giving the access for all the static methods. That main method consider as a static method. St also static method. This account number, that account number is static method. Non-static. All you guys are in Sunday mode, guys. Birani will be there in the hostel. No worried about at all. Ah, uh-huh. Did we written any method of account number by taking the static method? Ah, what is that? Static again method. This is variable, guys. This is in a static variable. This is considered as a static variable. When I'm writing the variable, when I'm defining the data, this is in a variable. For this variable, I given the keyword. What is the keyword I provided? What is the keyword I provided? Static. Because of I mentioned the keyword of static, that is considering as a static variable. What it is considered? Static variable. In the same way, while writing the method also, I provided the keyword of static. Because of that, what it is considered? Static method, static variable, static method, static variable, static method. So anything, whenever you are defining that code, if you use the keyword of static, you can consider that static variable or you can consider that static method. So it can be static variable, it can be static variable, or it can be static method. Anything related to static, anything related to static, we can access by using by using by using class name. Anything related to the static, we can access by using class name. So because of that, it is giving an access for static variable. No concept of instance or local, only that static variables we can access with class name. This is static variable. This main method, static method. This st, static method. So let me access. Now I'll see the output. We need to be able to see that. We need to be able to see that in printing that statement. What is the statement it is printing? Static method executed. So this is what you're taking care about in working with the concept of static methods and then taking with non-static methods. So one is static methods and another one non-static methods. So according to the programming, you need to be get understand. According to the programming, you need to be get understand what are the options need to be used. So if we just consider that whenever you are taking the programming, we can work with static method and we can work with non-static method. If it is a static method, access by using class name. If it is if it is non-static method, access by using object. That is what the conclusion you need to be understand. So don't be confused about all the concepts here. So for now, we got in a concepts of taking with class and then method and then object and then data types and variables and then static method. So what is the use of the class? To write a program. What is the use of the method? To perform action. What kind of action? What kind of action? Any kind of action. Then we got object. What is the use of object? Use of object to access method. What type of method? Any type of method. Then we got data types and variables. Use of data types and variables. What is it? Representing the data according to the programming, according to the requirement. we need to take care about in representing the data. Then we got static method. Meaning of static methods? Meaning of static methods? Uh, using the keyword of static. The meaning of static methods. The meaning of static methods using the keyword of static. How we can access the static methods? How we can access the static methods? By using class name. In simple, you want to access a method, just understand whether it is static method or non-static method. If it is a static method, access by using class name. If it is a non-static method, access by using object here. So that is what we will take care about. Class and then method and then object and then data types and variable and then taking with static methods. So slowly we are taking with lot of concepts here. Step by step, you need to be get comfortable all these particular concepts. So please take care about the practice according to that. After that, just write the new heading. Write with the new heading. Mention that. Write the new heading. Mention that conditions and loops. Write the main heading. Write the main heading. Conditions and loops. Under that, write the subheading conditions. Write the subheading conditions. Under that, mention the conditions. One is if, another one if else, and then taking with else if, and then taking with nested if. Taking with nested if. So under the condition, one is if condition, another one if else, another one else if, and then nested if. So we need to be get understand. We need to be get understand how exactly we can take care about all these particular concepts. We need to be get understand how exactly we can take care about in learning all these concepts that we look into that conditions and then loops. After that, lot of other concepts. It will take some time to complete our Java, and after that we'll take care about Selenium. So till now we have not started any of our actual Selenium. To make the Selenium more easy, to make the Selenium is more easy, first you need